Glad that we're all here. Today, this thing's going live Thursday, the June the 9th. Kirt is with his family and is traveling. He might or might not pop in. If he does, then that will be good. If not, Kirt, wherever you are out there, we're thinking about you. Hope that you are well. And we've got a few things lined up for you today. And depending on whether or not Kirt shows up, might just cut this podcast a little bit short, do part of it, and then come back to the rest next week. However, what we're going to do is I'll talk a little bit about some news, some exciting things that have happened in the past week or so. There's a few things. And then we'll talk a little bit about YouTube Studio and generally the topic of editing video. I will do a bit of demonstrating about that. And of course, if Kirt's here, then we'll do some phone stuff. He will demonstrate an app called Samsung Band Select with accessibility, and I will demonstrate another app for checking speeds since the speed test app got so badly broken. And finally, I'll play a little bit of a video. Depending on how long this stream is, we'll either do it today or I will upload it and post it soon, of some beach time. I was at the beach earlier today, drank lots, had a good time, enjoyed time in the sun, and just got back not too long ago. So anyway, I'll do a demo or a little bit of recording of some beach and some ocean waves, and talk a little bit about a couple of tips for traversing a beach along with that. So get your popcorn ready, get your love, get your all the good things that you need, and let's enjoy the show. By the way, the show notes will be added later on. Had to create the show last minute. Kirt was supposed to create the show and then lost track of time. So I will upload those show notes another time. Nonetheless, one of the things that has come about that people that has been released, someone has done a demo of it. Ordinarily, I wouldn't talk about things that are in beta cycles, but it is all over the web at this point. In the latest beta of iOS 16, Eloquence is coming to the iPhone. So, if you like your Eloquence, that is something to keep in mind, that is coming to your iPhone, which is good. Let's see. The next article, Apple's announced quite a lot of stuff at WWDC. They had quite a lot of announcements. So if that's something that you're interested in, we'll put a link to that to talk about some of the things in there. They were talking about some additions to, of course, iOS 16 and the widgets, the changes to the lock screens, some changes to gaming. There's quite a lot of stuff that came about from WWDC. There's, of course, new accessibility features, and I think we talked about some of those things last week. And there's also some accessibility features of the Mac as well. We'll put some articles in those. There's also iOS 16 you're going to be able to sign in without passwords using passkeys. So it's kind of like the security keys that you can already use. The iPhones will have one embedded. Of course, Androids have had these for a while, but you will be able to sign in to some websites without your passwords, which will be, I think a good thing. Let's see. Voice Dream Reader on iOS has been updated to support the audiobooks from Bookshare. So that is a good thing. Let's see. Lisi is having a virtual event. Lisi is a suite of tools for JAWS that gives it more functionality. They're having a summer update, and they're going to have a virtual event to talk about it. So we'll do that. Twitter is launching a feature for allowing people to get the audio from a chart, which is kind of cool. It'll translate the chart into audio elements, so that's pretty cool. Let's see. iRobot has a new operating system, so that's cool. iRobot OS. Looks like Kirt is here.
iRobot OS.
Hold on. You are very, 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 very loud.
Weird.
Very, 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 very loud.
Is it using my laptop mic?
Yes.
Huh.
And it's very, 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 very loud.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
All right, how's that?
That's a little better, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Wow.
Well, I hope I didn't make anybody go deaf.
Well, I certainly went deaf. So anyway, yeah, we're just going through some of the news stuff. Yeah, iRobot has this new operating system, I guess, for their products or whatever.
I don't even know what they do.
Robotic stuff, vacuums. I don't know.
Okay.
Stuff
Maybe
like
I
that.
need. Maybe I need a robot-like audio mixer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
What is going on here? My keyboard is acting very strange today. Or my laptop, anyway.
Yeah, you don't sound all clicky like you normally do.
All clicking?
Like you're not using the same clicky keyboard.
Oh, no, it's a different keyboard, but my laptop itself is acting very strange.
Maybe what you should do is just fill up a bathtub full of hot water and just dunk it in there.
Don't remind me. I mean, don't tempt me, rather.
Don't remind you.
I've been drinking a bit today, so I'm probably not making any sense at all. So,
You're not on the beach anymore?
I'm not on the beach. I'm back at my abode, and I'm having more drinks.
No, very nice.
And I'm trying to do a podcast, but I don't know how successful that is turning out to be. Anyway, we did talk a little bit about some news items. One of them, of course, the new Eloquence in iOS. I don't know. Is there any cool things that you want to talk about the news that maybe...
The M2 MacBook, for anyone who hasn't heard, that looks kind of interesting.
Yeah, the MacBook Pro, or the Air, rather.
Yeah, I like what Apple's doing with their processors. I know maybe not everybody does, and there's voiceover bugs still, but I like that whole potential of where ARM could go for actual computer processors that give you more battery life and so forth. It probably needs a few years to mature, but
Yeah.
you sound so excited about that thought.
I mean, as we go on, it seems like instead of, to some extent we're getting more powerful, but more so we're focusing on efficiency and
Right.
basically cramming in as many transistors and chips and all that as you can.
Yeah.
But at some point, I think that comes at a cost. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there'll always be the market for beast machines for people who want them, I think. But
Yeah, and VoiceOver definitely has a lot of bugs.
yeah,
Its web support is
it's getting worse
really
from what I
pretty
hear.
bad. Yes. So
Did we talk about the TalkBack beta?
we have not talked about that. It's actually in the Android 13. There was a new beta of Android 13 released, and in that build, for anybody who wants to try out Braille, if you get that build of Android 13 beta, you can try that out. TalkBack is, we've talked about how it's including Braille support in the past, but it is available to try for those people running Android 13
On a
preview.
Pixel, right?
On a Pixel, yep. Or really any device that can run that latest preview. I know that there are some manufacturers that can. I think there's a couple of OnePlus phones and some other Chinese Xiaomi, I think, or
Yeah, okay.
Realme, or I don't know, one of those Mi's. I wonder if that's how you say phone in Chinese. You say me?
Me.
Well, I'm trying to think. They got Xiaomi, they got Realme, they got
Redmi.
Redmi, exactly. So if you speak Chinese, can you tell us? Is that how you say phone?
Then you've got Honor for some reason.
Honor? Oh yeah, Honor. Yeah. No, they're very honorable.
And Black
I guess
Shark.
Huawei doesn't say me. Yeah.
No.
I wonder if those are just like the English translations somehow or something. I'm not actually sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see. I don't know how many. I don't know how many times I'm going to. I don't know, what am I saying? How long I'm going to be doing a podcast? But we can do your bit, and then I'll try to demo the YouTube
Okay.
stuff, and then
All right.
let's
see. Forgive me, everybody. I've been in a car, and we have very, very spotty cell service here.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, I guess people heard most of my password. That's okay.
Not really, actually. I mean, you could probably enhance the audio, but the audio's very, very soft.
Okay.
You'd probably be better off using your Chromebook mic and then turning that volume way down, though. But
okay.
switching to your.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to do it that way? I can do it that way.
I mean, either that or you have to hold it really, really close to your mic.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that is.
Your thing
that
cancels
is
it out.
probably better.
Yeah.
Nimer probably went. I'm seeing Harshid. Harshid said Nimer probably went deaf.
I definitely went deaf. Yeah.
Oh.
I forgot to look at comments. I guess we probably have comments, don't we?
Yep. Just Harshid saying hi and saying Nimer probably went deaf. All right.
Oh, hi, Harshid. Hi, how's it going, buddy? Sorry, buddy, I missed your chat. Okay, now we gotta turn that way down.
Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah, way down. Well, it sounds like it's taking off like a jet engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for some reason, it's not giving me audio levels for that mic. It's very strange.
In your system tray?
In my control panel.
In your control panel?
Yeah, you know, under properties and the recording and levels and all that.
Oh. Go back to using that mic. Maybe I can adjust you.
Okay. I mean, I can...
Trying to...
Okay, we're going to mute Kirt. And let's see if we can adjust him.
Is this any better?
Yeah.
I went lower.
Yeah, that's better. Go ahead now.
All right. So, I am going to show you a very useful app for Samsung Galaxy phone owners that actually I'm in a situation right now where it might be useful. It's called Samsung Band Selection. Now, normally cell phones will automatically scan all their available bands from their network carrier and pick the best signal, and usually it does a pretty good job. But sometimes you might want to tweak that a little bit, maybe to test how good your network is doing, or maybe if you're in a place, where, for example, you know you don't get certain kinds of bands of service, like where I am right now, out in the middle of nowhere in a well, actually a very nice house because my uncle is very rich, but we don't have very good cell service, and there's no 5G towers here. So I don't really want to waste my phone battery having my phone keep looking for 5G that's not here. So, first, I have an app called SpeedCheck Pro that I downloaded. I should probably slow my phone down.
Speech rate 99%. Speech rate 75%. Speech rate 68%. Speech rate 62%.
Alright, so
33%.
I have...
LTE 700.
First, I have this phone app called SpeedCheck Pro that I downloaded, which lets me see which bands I'm connected to.
2022 7:24:34 p.m.
So, I'm just flicking through this app here.
LTE 1900.
So it's saying I'm connected to LTE 1900. 1900 megahertz would be the frequency of that.
30% LTE signal. Progress bar. 32%.
You can feel free to turn that up a little too.
Okay. Let me change my TTS.
Talkback menu. Copy. Spoke. Screen. Sir. Hides. Voice command. Talkback. Text to speech. Text to preferred engine. ETI.
I forget that my eloquence is quiet.
Not selected. Radio button. Samsung. Not selected. Radio button. Speech services by
Let's
Google.
go over to Speech Services by Google.
Using speech services by Google. Not selected. Radio button. ETI eloquence TTS. 3 of 3.
Is that any better?
Right.
Text to speech.
Probably a
Preferred
bit.
engine. Speech
a bit
services
better.
by Google. 1 of
I was
6.
thinking maybe you
List,
can
6
drive
items.
up your volume a little more, but yeah, it's
No, I'm at 100%. I can turn my
wow.
mic volume up a bit.
No.
Okay.
Signal check pro.
All right.
Mobile data. Sending. Out of list. Signal check pro. Mobile services. More options. But location service indicator button. Site logger. Trail logger.
So first we're
indicator
going to
button.
see exactly what I'm connected to right now, and then I'll open up this Samsung Band Selection app and tell my phone to stop wasting battery looking for network service that I don't have.
June 9th, 2020. LTE 1900. 21%. LTE signal. Progress bar.
So I obviously have
23%.
very weak cell service here.
RSRP, minus 120 dBm, 20 ASU, RSRQ, minus 18 decibels, top, 0 provider, AT&T B12 310,410,
Whoa, I'm roaming.
PCI, 06F2B610, PCI, 380, TAC, 39,177 LEARFCN,
And I
23,110,
don't know what most of these
709.0
numbers mean.
megahertz DLEARFCN,
These are radio
5,110,
frequencies.
739.0 megahertz node, none, click to add 2 neighbor cells, 342.12, 5,110 minus 125, 0.01 miles SSE, 382.
Okay, so it's telling
1100
me
minus 124,
0.01 miles south-southeast is where that neighbor cell is, I think is what it's telling me. Alright, so it's looking like I'm locked onto band 12, a very weak signal. So I'm going to open up my Samsung band selection app here.
Search. Out of showing Braille keyboard. Finder. AMSUNG. Samsung.
And I had to download this app from the Galaxy Store. It was not on the Google Play Store, as far as I remember.
B. And. Submitting text. Clear search. Samsung band selection. 1 of 4. In list. 4 items.
Samsung band selection.
Samsung band selection. Help FAQ. Current device. Samsung. Current OS. Android 12 API level 31. This app will help you access hidden network settings for forcing band selection on Samsung phones. There is also an option to access more network settings, which contains settings for Volt, APN, Wi-Fi calling, etc. Tested on Samsung devices running One UI 2.0 and up.
Alright.
How to. 1. Click. Launch band selection. 2. Open the navigation drawer. Click on top left button. 3. Select band selection in the navigation drawer.
So it's a little bit of a process
4.
because I
Select
haven't
the desired
paid
bands to lock onto.
for the premium version.
5. Toggle the selection option on the top right. 6. The selected bands are now active. 7. Turn the selection option off to reset. Not checked. Skip to band selection. Screen premium checkbox.
Let's see if it'll let me
Skip.
do that.
Checked. Launch band selection button.
Alright,
Launch
so
band selection.
I'm going to launch band selection here.
Network. Open navigation drawer button.
And so it says I have to open up the navigation drawer. There's lots of settings here, but I'm just going to
Menu.
worry about the...
Samsung network setting. Network. Network mode.
I don't really want to worry about the network mode.
Band selection.
I'm just going to go here to band selection.
Checked. Band selection.
Double
Open
tap on
navigation
that.
drawer. Band selection. Off. Selection. Switch. Selection.
So what I'm going to do is I need to toggle all the bands I want to turn on.
LTE B1 preferred in list. LTE B3 preferred. LTE B5 preferred. LTE B7 preferred. LTE B8 preferred. GSM 850. GSM 900.
So it's going through all of the different bands that this phone supports theoretically through T-Mobile anyways.
GSM 1800. GSM 1900. WCDMA. WCDMA. WCDMA B 1700.
So there's a lot of bands here.
WCD LTE B1.
And what I'm going to do, I know it was connected to LTE band 12 here right now, but just in case there's any other LTE close, I'm going to
Checked. LTE B2. Checked.
have it do all the LTE bands.
LTE B3. Checked. LTE B4. Checked. LTE B5. Checked. LTE B7. Checked. LTE B8. Checked.
So there's a lot of different bands
LTE
here.
B12.
Band 12,
Checked.
that's the one that is connected to right now.
LTE B13. Checked. LTE B18.
I don't think T-Mobile has most
Checked.
of these,
LTE B19. Checked. LTE B20.
but what
Checked.
the heck.
LTE B25. Checked.
25, I've seen some 25.
LTE B26. Checked. LTE B28.
Uh,
Checked. LTE B38. Checked. LTE B39. Checked.
Now, if you don't want to do this the more advanced way of controlling specific bands, you could probably go into your network settings and just turn off 5G.
LTE B40.
But I just kind of wanted to
Check.
show how much specific control you can have.
LTE B41.
Band 41, that's a big T-Mobile one. I don't know that I'll get it here.
Checked. LTE B46.
So all of these ones I'm checking are going to be let my phone scan for those specific
Check.
network bands.
LTE B48. Checked. LTE B66.
Band 66
LTE B71.
and 71.
Checked.
And then I'll just go through.
NRB1.
Now we have the 5G bands,
NRB3. NRB5.
but I'm not going to check these.
NRB7. NRB8. NRB28. NRB38. NRB41. NRB66.
That's so.
NRB71.
Band 71 and Band 41 are my big 5G ones because I'm
NRB
T-Mobile.
260. NRB 261.
But I don't want to do those right now, so I will go up
NRB
to
3.
the top of my screen here.
Open navigation drawer. Band off. Selection. Switch.
And I'll toggle this band selection.
Progressing. 0%. Progress bar. Success. Band selection. On. Selection. Switch.
And there we go. So now what I've done is made my phone say, hey, we're not even going to be looking for 5G bands because none of those are close right now, and I don't want to waste my battery on that when I can't even use it. So that's what you can do with the Samsung band selection app. I know that probably other Android phones, there's probably a way to change your bands. I don't really know what that is, but I know you can't really on iOS. On iOS, you're kind of stuck just with what it's giving you. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong there, Nimer, but as far as I know, iOS doesn't really let you.
That is true, and even on most Android phones, yeah.
Yeah. But that was one of the reasons I like Samsung, is I like to be able to say, hey, and actually if I wanted to do that really better, I could have only had it select the few LTE bands that I know T-Mobile uses, so I could have had it do like band 25, band 12, band 66, because those are the biggest LTE, and band 2. Just because I've been testing networks and I know those are kind of the ones T-Mobile uses. That's the thing, though. You want to use this in conjunction with another app to see like what bands you're actually connected to. I use this one called SpeedCheck Pro. And it reads you out a lot of numbers like you saw. So it is a slightly tedious process, but now I'm going to be saving a decent amount of battery because I'm going to be telling my phone, no 5G. Which, especially with T-Mobile looking for 5G, that can take up a fair bit of battery. So that's something cool you can do with Samsung phones specifically that you can't necessarily do as easily with other phones. And I don't know if that's something Samsung... I don't think they support this. It's a third-party app. But it's a cool little feature of a Galaxy phone.
Cool. Thanks for that, Kirt. We have some comments. I'll go through some comments, and some of them are questions for us.
Okay.
Gary, thanks for doing the demonstration of the voice. We'll be looking at it and trying to train myself as well with the voice. Again, thanks for the demo. You're welcome, Gary. We have another comment. Thanks, you are doing a good job for blind or have the low vision. Thank you. And that was...
You're just looking at our past videos, right?
Oops, my comments scrolled here. 1 second here. Are you back, Kirt?
Hello, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Oh, there you are. Yeah. Somebody wants to know what text-to-speech engine we use.
Yeah, I use Eloquence because I'm old-fashioned.
Yeah, and I use eSpeak mostly. Aaron wants to know why you both chose Android. Kirt, why you switched from iOS. I'm thinking about switching, but just not sure I have an iPad, so we'll have an iOS device. What podcast catcher would you suggest?
So I I've heard Podcast Addict is good.
Yeah, Pocket Cast is okay. There's a number of them. Just regular old Google Podcasts is fine.
Yeah. As far as why I switched over from iOS to Android, honestly, I was just fed up with Apple's, I kept buying chargers for my phone, and, good chargers, Apple-certified chargers, and, my phone would consistently reject them after a few months, and, I just didn't like how you were stuck with the very specific, I wanted eloquence on my phone, for example, and I wanted to be able to, see which phone bands I was connecting to and things like. I just wanted to have a
Kind of
little
funny how
more
things
control.
switch. Now iOS users will get eloquence, and Android
Yeah.
users get left in the dust.
Yeah, yep. It is funny, and I do think it's a good idea to have kind of a foot in each ecosystem. For my new job, I'm going to be doing a lot of tech training for people, so I need an iOS device as well, or at least it would be very helpful. And honestly, I think it's also good if you want to be able to use the most amount of apps you can. Like, some will just be a little more accessible on one platform more than the other. Like, I think Signal, for example, is better on my Android than it was on my iPhone. But, like, WhatsApp was better on my iPhone. So, I think it's good to just have more opportunities there.
Let's see. What's this? Sean something he wants to know. Yo, is the installer accessible? I feel the only two distros I found are accessible are Linux Mint and Pop OS. Yeah, Fedora has an accessible installer. Debian has an accessible installer. Ubuntu has an accessible installer, or it was accessible. I don't know if it still is, but I would probably say that it should be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I would say a lot of them have accessible installers. So, and, yeah. Thomas, he asked a question about Gmail.
Yeah, he did.
Thomas, thanks for your question, and I think I answered you, but in Gmail, when you add multiple email addresses, if you have 3 or 4 email addresses, and let's say you want to erase only the second one, if you press your backspace, you'll have a list of email addresses pop up, and they're checkboxes, basically. It'll say something like nimerjabber1@gmail.com, checkbox, or something like that. And you can use your left arrow and your right arrow to move between them. When you find the one that you want to delete, simply press the delete key, and you can remove it from your list of email addresses. Alternatively, if you just keep pressing backspace, you'll erase your email addresses that you had typed in there, and it will go through and erase them one by one, but you won't have any control of which one it's erasing, because it'll just erase the last one, the most recent one that you typed. So
it's the delete key and not the like pound sign that you use to delete messages.
Right, yeah. The delete key. Yep. So that's how you do that. I'm pretty out of it. Let's see. Do we have anything else?
I don't think so. Yeah, normally your drinks make you more lively. Wow, I can talk.
Damasu, that's the guy who wrote thanks, or person or woman or someone. Thanks, you are. Good job for blind or half low vision. Thank you. Appreciate it there. Okay. Are we doing... What did we say we're doing?
You were just wanting to do YouTube Studio,
YouTube
but I don't know.
Studio. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's
Which,
do
I'll be
YouTube.
honest, still confuses me somewhat, so...
Yeah. Let's do YouTube Studio. And... I don't know. Maybe I guess I'll play the beach video, and we'll call it a day. How about that?
Sure.
All right. So I probably need to switch my TTS. Oh man, I forget I had to start. Oh man. Okay, let's
You
start.
gonna make it?
Okay, I can do this. I can do this. Let's see. The microphone goes to line 1. Line 2 goes to the headphones. And then the last repeater, line 2, goes to line 1. Goes to line 1. Start.
Harshid's telling me I better change my TTS because Eloquence belongs to Apple now.
That's right. Alright, so now we've got that going. Let's switch this to line 2. Oh, I need to change my... Oh man. This is very difficult. I need to change my mic settings in StreamYard.
Uh-huh.
I need to change that to line 1.
Yeah,
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, that's so great. Okay. And now I'll need to change my screen reader. And I'll set it to Windows 1 Core. I should just buy Eloquence since you guys like Eloquence so much. And we'll change that to line 2.
StreamYard camera, microphone, recording, Google Chrome, Terry. StreamYard document, menu button, submit.
There we go.
Clickable moderator, clear broadcast status, moderator, 1 at Gmail. StreamYard document, menu button, submit. Channel comments and mentions YouTube studio document.
And then we'll go to the YouTube studio.
Blank. Enter landmark button collapse menu. Clickable. Button collapse menu.
And we're going to go to...
Main landmark clickable button link button view comment on YouTube. Link marking up the Gmail tree. Blank. Enter landmark button collapse menu. Expand menu.
We're going to expand this menu.
Clickable. Clickable. Search across blank. Clickable button create. Clickable menu. Navigation landmark graphic blank type adventures. Your channel. Blank type adventures.
And this is my channel.
List of 10 items bullet. Visit link button dashboard. Bullet. Visit link button content.
And we're going to go to the content link because that's going to show all my videos. So the first steps first, go to YouTube Studio, studio.youtube.com. And this is just demonstrating right now how to edit a video. We can always come back to how to actually upload one and all that stuff. Someone else asked about chapter markers. Chapter markers are really easy. You have to enter them in as time codes. So you have to do is you have to know your time codes, and then you just enter them into the comments, into the description, literally into the description. So, for example, if you're, what is it, minutes, seconds? I think that's what it is, right? Kirt, are you there?
Hello, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. It's minutes, seconds, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you type in minutes, colon seconds. And then, yeah, and then it puts in the chapter marker. So you just put in minutes, colon, seconds, and then, you know, your chapter title name, right? And
Yep.
then you press enter, and then you do it again. And then you press enter, and you do it again. You do as
Yeah,
many
they have
chapter
to be on
markers as
separate
you want.
lines.
They have to be on separate lines. All right, understand that? You have to be on separate lines, everyone. Got to be on separate lines. All right. And then you that's how you do the chapter markers. But anyway, so let's not worry about editing the title and all that, because if you need help with the description, you can do that next time.
Bullet. Visit link button content.
So let's go to content, and we're going to see a list of my videos that I've uploaded. And then when I figure out the one that I want to edit,
Bullet. Link button playlist. Main landmark clickable video list table with 15.
so now we got a table of all the
Clickable button
videos.
Row 1 column 1 checkbox not checked. Column 2 heading level 3 video. Column 3 heading level 3 restrictions. Column 3 heading row 2 public. Row 3 public. Row 2 public. Column 2 visited link asking anything. Nimer and Kirt Diego, CEO of Strap.tech.
Oh, there's the one with Diego. Let's not edit that one. That probably wouldn't be good to edit.
Row 3 link discovering the world with the VOC, heading level 3 link discovering the world with the VOC, I take the VOC for a walk in discovering my environment. I discuss my strange journey with it, and at the end, I explain. Row 4 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution, adding level 3 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution at this one. Row 5 link windows, lens screen reader demo, heading level 3 link windows, lens. Row 4 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution, adding level 3 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution. Row 5 link windows, lens screen reader demo, heading level 3 link windows, lens. Row 6 link windows, lens screen reader demo, take 2 hang. Row 7 link copy of windows, lens screen reader demo, heading level 3 link copy of. Row 8 link current after lacking. What does starting mean? Heading row 4 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution, adding level 3 link crossing streets with the VOC. Row 3 link discovering the world with the VOC, heading level 3 link discovering the world with. Row 4 link crossing streets with the VOC, sensory substitution.
Let's do this one. This crossing the world with the crossing the whatever it is, the voice substitution app. I'm sure we can find something to edit in that one. So I'm gonna just open the link, or we're gonna press enter on the link to open it. Okay. So now here we go. We open the link.
Click button unavailable, button unavailable, save button options.
Oh, this is so complicated.
Click title,
Okay.
blank.
Now we open the link,
Learn more link. Navigation left, comments button link. Bullet. Link button editor.
and
Bullet.
we
Link button analytics.
we need to actually edit the video, right?
Visit link button details.
So
Yeah.
in the
Bullet. Abacus crossing streets with the your video. Crossing streets with the VOC,
so
sensory.
we have the video, and above all the, where you have the title or all that, with the screen readers will show it above anyway. It's like to the left.
Crossing streets with list of 5 visit link button details.
There's be some buttons, so you have like or links. You have details.
Bullet. Link button analytics.
You have analytics.
Bullet. Link button editor.
You have editor.
Bullet. Link button comments.
You have comments.
Bullet. Link button subtitles.
Subtitles.
Add list separate. List with 2 items button settings.
Yeah, that's what you got. All right. So what do you want? You want editor.
List with comments button link. Editor button link.
Okay. So now let's go to the editor. Voila. Got the editor open.
Bullet. Link button comments. Bullet. Link button add list with 2 clickable buttons and feedback. Add list blank. Main landmark clickable video editor. Button more menu. Link. Link trim. Link button add trim. Link. Link blur. Link button add blur. Link. Link audio. Link button link. Link and screen. Link button link and screen. Link. Link button add audio. Link. Link and screen. Link button link. Link info card. Link button add info video player. Clickable.
Okay. So now, what are we doing? Okay. So now we got this thing. Now we're gonna edit this video, and we have to do some things to edit this video. We have to know, first of all, keyboard commands to edit videos, and you can get a list of your keyboard commands in the same way that we've done before. If you don't remember that, I'll tell you. You do the question mark. So you have to turn the browser mode off to get into a web app mode, to get into focus mode, and hit the question mark. You hit the question mark, and then you get a list of keyboard shortcuts.
Keyboard shortcuts.
So cool.
Zoom in. Control plus plus.
So this is the zooming in. Zoom in is Control plus.
Zoom out. Control plus.
Control minus is zoom out. This is really important because in audio terms, zooming in and zooming out isn't necessarily what you think it does, or in video editing terms. It's not about visually it's somewhat about what appears on the page, but it's also by it impacts how much you move by, whether you move frame by frame or second by second or minute by minute, whatever. So the zooming is important. Those are keyboard commands you got to know. The Control plus, Control minus.
Zoom to fit. Control plus 1.
Control 1 is zoom to fit.
Undo. Control plus E.
Undo.
Redo. Control plus Y. Nudge play head to left. Left arrow.
Nudge play head to the left.
Nudge play head to right. Right arrow.
Left and right
Toggle
arrow.
screen. F. Toggle mute.
Full
F. Toggle space. Table space.
screen. Mute.
Rewind 10 seconds. J. Fast forward 10 seconds.
Play
Rewind.
head.
Decrease playback rate. Less. Increase playback rate. Greater.
Oh, you want to know about the head?
See backwards by smallest amount possible.
Yeah, what's a playhead?
The head is where you're so when you go to when you're going to edit the video, you can watch the video, and the play head, that's where you're playing at. That's like the
Okay.
time stamps of where you're playing at.
Gotcha. So that's just like rewinding and fast forwarding through a video.
Yeah, that's the head. Yeah.
See backwards by
Okay.
greater. See backwards by smallest amount possible. See forward by smallest amount possible. S. Comma. D. Comma.
Seek backwards by smallest amount possible. Usually it's like a frame or something,
Seek forward by smallest
comma or
Hang on to my focus on time
period.
code. Increase the value. Up arrow.
When you're focused on the
Increase the
time
value. Hang on to my focus on time
code,
Increase the value.
up
Up arrow.
arrow will
Increase the value.
increase,
Down arrow.
decrease will
Hang
down
on to my focus on
arrow.
timeline. Move focus to start handle. Move focus over right. Move focus to handle. Move focus
So
over
there's
right.
a lot of these
Oh. Hang on to my focus on
commands.
player. See backwards by 5 seconds. Left arrow. See forward by 5 seconds. Right arrow. Increase the volume by 5%. Up arrow. Decrease the volume by 5 down arrow. See to the beginning of the video. Home. See to the end of the video. End. See to a specific point in the video. 0.9. 0.9.
0 through 9 to seek through. Okay, I'll tell you what you need to do. So let's get out of this keyboard list.
Main landmark.
Gish gish.
Video player. Clickable.
All right, now, if you know what you want to edit, let's say you know a specific time point, you can type that time point in.
Clickable button play. Button skip back 10 seconds.
But first of all, we need to figure out what we're going to do. And we have some things that we can
Button play.
edit
Video
in
player.
this
Link button. Link info
video.
cards. Link. Link info. Link button. Info cards.
We can add info cards. Usually those are little like info about your, something additional to your content or link or something that you want people to know.
Link info cards. Link. Link button. Add end screens.
end screens, something, at the end of the video. You can audio, you can add music or something. So it's like an overlay to your video, like Sneed and all some of these other people, add things to their videos. I don't know if that's how he does it, but you can add, like on top of your video, you can have background music.
Link button blur. Link blur.
You can add a blur, so if you want to blur something out of your video, it's very important. You can do that.
Link button trim.
Trim, that's the part people usually care about, when they want to edit something. Like they either want to take something out of the beginning or the end or somewhere in the middle. They want to chop. So we're going to chop. In order to do that, we're going to hit enter on this trim thing. All right. So we're going to hit enter on this trim thing. There we go. Voila. And nothing happens. But it actually does happen. You just doesn't say anything. So don't worry about it. Don't keep hitting enter. It actually happens. So now we got this trim deal here. And what's really important that we're going to do is we're going to go to some place in the video where we like to edit. As you see, there's a number of extra buttons that pop up now. Yeah. So if all I wanted to do is trim, now we have to explain there's two different terms. There's trim and split. Trim is if you want something out of the beginning or out of the end. That's it. In which case, we can move these handles, the start trim marker and these end trim marker. We can, we can move these. And you just hit enter on it and then go into your focus mode and use your arrow keys to move them. And that's if you just want to take something out of the beginning or something out of the end. All right. What you want to do, if you want to take something out of the middle of the video, you got to do something called split. And what split means? Split means basically, in audio, video terms, like you're splitting the video up. So you're, in many cases, you're just like chopping one part of the video out so you can either do something else with it or simply because we just don't want it in this video anymore. So we're going to do split. In the YouTube sense, split means take that thing out of the middle that you want. So let's play the video and find something that we want to edit out. So here we go. We're going to find the play button. And this is my own video, so I can share it, so don't file me for copyright. And as you notice, as the thing keeps going forward, playing, it keeps reading out the timestamps. It gets rather annoying. So you just can K and Shift K will play and stop. So if you want, you can just turn your speech off and or whatever, and or just keep pressing Control, whatever you want to do. And yeah, that's one of the annoying things. So let's keep hitting play and see what happens.
Play at 0 10.
Hello.
Play at 0 30.
Okay, so I got a little bit, there's a little bit that I can edit out. There's maybe too many words. Something like turns the essentially whatever. Yeah, there's maybe a few extra
The video's
words.
not playing for us, by the way.
No, that's because I'm just using audio repeaters.
Oh, right.
What do you mean
yeah.
it's not playing for you?
Yeah. We can't hear them.
Well, I don't know how to do that with audio repeaters, though.
You have to. I found it's easier to do the YouTube.
I might have to use the screen share.
Yeah, you might. Or use a different browser than the one you're using in StreamYard.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, I don't like that, but that's the only kind of workaround I've found.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff works best in Chrome. So.
Yeah. By the way, Aaron asked more about switching between Android and iOS, and I wrote kind of a long comment that got split up into like 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So.
Start window. Search box edit blank. Firefox 90 app. Press right.
Okay. Fine. Let's go to another browser, I guess. So as Kirt says to go to another browser, we'll go to another browser, but I don't know if it works as well in another browser. So if it
Brave.
doesn't work.
Audio repeater 1. Inbox manager 1. Audio repeater 1.60.
No, I don't use
Audio repeater.
Brave.
Audio repeater. Settings 1.556.
Okay.
You just been upgraded to Firefox 9103. Firefox 91.1.666. You just been upgraded to Firefox.
Oh, you use
All right.
Firefox nightly.
Uh-huh. I use Firefox.
Yeah.
I don't even know
So-
if I'm logged into my Google account.
Navigation toolbar.
So
Yeah. So the only way I found to make it work is to make
Left.
the other
Audio browser.
browser
Audio.
share
Audio.
its
Audio.
audio in the
Audio.
sound
Search box.
mixer, you know?
yeah.
Start window. Search window. Search box. Sound instructions. System settings. Press right. Settings. Volume mixer.
Yeah, but now I got more things open. Now I get more crackle pops.
Output device grouping. Output input device. Apps grouping. List. System sound button. Last 1. Audio repeater 1.60. Audio repeater 1.6. Audio repeater 1. Firefox 90 button. Last 5 7. Extended. Firefox 90 grouping. Mute app button. Adjust the output volume. Output device combo box. Input device combo box default left. Firefox 90. Output device combo box default left. Firefox 90.
Let's see.
Output device combo box line 2. Virtual audio cable. Left. Firefox 90.
If a screen share is easier, I can just shut up.
Do I want the line 2? No. What do
Yeah,
I want
you-
it sharing?
You want it to line 2, don't you? Because that's where...
I'm not actually sure. I guess that's what I wanted. I don't know.
Channel dashboard. YouTube studio.
All right, let's go
Collapse
back
menu button.
here.
Clickable. Collapse menu button. Expand menu. Clickable. Search across your channel. Show all. List of 5 items. Clickable phones. Games. Input. Details button. Link.
All right.
Analytics. Comments. View on YouTube button. Link. Clickable art. Gmail tree. Gmail. Details button. Link. Analytics button. Comments. View on YouTube. Clickable accessibility. Awareness. Discord. Accessibility. Show on. Links inside Windows. Neighborhood button. Navigation. Playlist. Analytics button. Link. Comments button. Link. Subtitles button. Copyright button. Link. Monetization button. Link. Copyright button. Subtitles. Comments button. Analytics button. Link. Playlist button. Link. Content button. Link. Banner landmark list. Navigation landmark. Last list. Items. Content button. Link.
All right, let's
Content
go to
button.
content. There we go.
Main landmark channel content. Heading 1. Clickable video list table with 15 rows and 8 columns filter at 7 menus. Not in table cell. Row 1 column 1 checkbox. Not. Edit table. Checkbox. Not. Column 2 heading level 3 video. Edit table. Heading level 3 video. Column 3. Column 4. Column 5. Column 6. Column 7. Column 8 heading level 3 likes. Cell checkbox not checked. Cell link. Ask me anything. Nimer encrypted video. Not in table cell. Not in table cell. Ask me anything. Nimer encrypted video. Not in table cell.
Firefox, you're
Video has
worthless.
0 comments. Video comments. Discovering world with the video.
This is a table.
Discovering world. Video has 5 comments. Crossing streets with the voice. Crossing streets with the voice. Sensory substitution app. Video has 5 comments. Crossing streets with the voice. Sensory substitution app. Heading level 3 cell.
All right, we want this one, right? Yeah, that's the one I was editing. I think
Video
that's
details.
what I was
Yeah.
editing. All right. Okay, let's see.
Clickable button options. Button unavailable. Save.
Let's go to
Navigation.
editor.
Comments button. Edit button. Link. Edit button. Link.
Editor. There we go.
Bullet. Visit link button editor. Bullet. Link button comments. No next heading. Subtitles button link. List with 2 clickable. Main landmark clickable. More menu button. Add trim button link. Add blur button link.
And let's
Add trim button.
add trim.
Video
There
editor. YouTube studio.
we
Firefox 90.
go.
Clickable watch and picture. Clickable play button. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play button. Play at 0:00:01. Play at 0:00:01.
Hello there.
My name is Nimer, and I'm going to be doing a
Do we
demonstration
have audio?
of what it's like to use the voice
do.
for
We do.
practical things. So I will be putting up little short videos like this. The voice is an Android app and a web
That
app,
sounds like an NSB cane.
iOS or any other platform that turns essentially what the camera sees into
Play at
sound.
0:30. Play at 0:30. Play at 0:30.
All right, so there's a little bit up there, that, and then there's a little pause, and there's a little bit of there, so we can edit some of that out, huh?
Main landmark. Play button.
So I'm going to try to
Skip back 10 seconds button.
go backwards, and I'm going to try to stop exactly where at the part that we want to edit out. And some of this takes a little bit of trial and errors, so, you know.
Yeah, have fun.
Skip forward. Mute button. Volume slide. Settings button. Reset workspace button. Reset session. Undo button. Split button. Undo
Now,
button. Session. Reset
let's
settings. Volume slide. Mute button. Skip forward. Skip back 10 seconds button.
skip backwards,
Video player session. Grouping. Watching picture in picture play videos in 4. Grouping. Open more menu button option. Grouping. Watching play button. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play button.
play,
Play at 0. Play at 0:20. Play at 0:20.
iOS or any other platform that
Play at 0:20.
all right. So I'm going to do a split at this spot. And how did I know to stop it there? Because I just listened to it, and that's what I heard before a bunch of babble. Let's hit play, and I'll show you what I'm saying.
Play at 0. Play at 0:20.
turns essentially what the camera sees.
Play.
All right.
into
Play at 0.
sound
Play at 0:30.
There are different rules for how it does it, but today I'm just going to do this practical demonstration of why I use it to cross the road and how it can be helpful. So at the moment I have the voice in using with an Android phone in a chest mount. The camera is another phone that's in a head mount. Apologies if the angle's off. I can't really tell.
So we're going to remove that apology. I don't like apologizing. Apologizing is crap.
Watching picture in picture videos.
So we're going to skip backwards. We're going to take out the apology bit.
Phone in a chest mount. The camera is another phone that's in a head mount.
So I'm going to pause right there, and I'm pretty sure the next thing is the apology. But if I wanted to verify that, I'll just hit play.
Play at 0:52. Play at 0:52.
Apologies if
Play at 0.
Yep. So that's exactly what it is.
Watching picture. Play button. Skip back 10 seconds
So
button.
we'll skip
Video play.
backwards, and then we'll play.
Play at 0:40.
and using with an Android phone in a chest mount.
Play at 0:4. Play at 0.
All right. So we stop there. And,
Unmute. Volume. Unset. Clickable. Button undo. Button unavailable. Button select.
and our playhead,
Button unavailable. Button available. Slide 0. Button zoom in. Button 5. Playhead. Button 5. Playhead. Clickable. Start timeline. End of timeline.
it
Clickable. Play at
doesn't
0:49.
really matter where it is.
Clickable. Play at 0:48.
0:48:29. So this is 48 seconds, 29,
Midnight. Clickable. Enter mark midnight.
whatever that is, frames or
Clickable. Start mark edit and file inside timeline.
whatever that is.
Clickable. Midnight. Clickable. End of time. Start. Button 5. Button 5. Playhead. Button zoom in. Slide 0.
So now what I want to do
Button unavailable. Button unavailable. Preview. Button cancel.
is I want to split
Button split.
right at the spot. Okay? So I'm going to do split right at the spot. Sometimes what can help is to view the YouTube in a different tab, and that way you can switch back and forth between that and your time markers. But let's just do it this way here. So we're going to split.
Unavailable.
So I'm going to just hit enter. And all that does, it didn't actually split anything yet.
Button 0. Button sliders. Button 5. Button 5. Playhead.
It just gives you some little handles.
Clickable. End of clickable. Midnight. Clickable. Clickable. Start. Clickable. Enter mark 0. Edit in one place. You can edit your button. Get started. Button get started. In one edit. Clickable. Enter mark 0:49:00. Clickable. Start mark 0:49:00. Clickable. Start mark 4 hours 22 minutes. Enforce. Clickable. Enter mark midnight. Midnight. Clickable. Enter mark. Clickable. Start mark 4 hours 20. Clickable. Start mark 0:49:00.
So that's the start trim marker.
Clickable. Start mark 0:49:00.
That's for my split. It's at 49 seconds.
Clickable. Enter mark 0:49. Clickable. Start mark 0. Clickable. Enter mark 0:49:00. Clickable. Start mark 0:49:00.
And I can move these sliders to a point in the video where I want to cut out.
Find playhead. Find play. Zoom in button. Zoom out button. Preview button. Available. Clear all button. Split button available. Preview button available. Undo button. Clickable. Reset. Clickable. Settings
So
button.
let's hit play.
Mute button. Skip forward. Skip back 10 seconds. Play button.
And I'm going to stop it after that part that I want to cut out.
Play at 0. Play at 0:49.
Camera
Play at
is
0:51.
another phone that's in a head mount.
Play at 0:50.
Apologies if the angle's off.
Play at 0. Play at 0.
Oh, maybe I wasn't at the right spot in
Button
the
skip back 10
first
seconds. Button
place.
skip. Unmute. Volume slider 100%. Unmute. Button skip back 10 seconds. Skip back 10 seconds. Button. Skip.
So let's play again.
Play at 0. Play at 0:40.
Using with an Android phone in a chest mount. The camera
Play at 0.
All right, I believe this is the right spot.
Button play.
Yeah.
Button skip back 10 seconds. Button skip 4. Unmute. Volume slide. Button settings. Clickable. Button reset. Button undo. Button available. Button split. Button clear all. Button available. Button available. Slide 0. Button zoom in. Button 5. Playhead. Button 5. Playhead. Clickable. Start timeline. End of timeline. Clickable. Play at 0:51:00.
So I want to actually go at 51
Midnight.
seconds.
Clickable. Enter mark midnight. Clickable. Start mark 4 hours. Clickable. Start mark 0. Clickable. Enter mark 0:49. Clickable. Start mark 0:49. Clickable. Enter mark 0:49:00. Edit file inside type. Clickable. Start mark 0:49:00.
So I'm going to move this time thing a couple of seconds.
Main landmark. Start mark 0:49:00. Enter mark 0:51:22.
All right.
Enter mark 0:54:15. Clickable. Start mark 4 hours. Clickable. Enter mark 0:54:15. Clickable. Start mark 0. Main landmark. Start mark 0:51:22. Start mark 0:54:15.
All right. So these
Start mark
are
0:51:22.
going by values that are way too high,
Start mark 0:49:00. Start mark 0:51:22.
and I think I wanted just 0:51. Is that right?
Yep.
So now I'm going to zoom. Control plus, and it won't say anything.
Start mark 0:51:18.
But as you'll notice,
Start mark 0:51:22.
when I move, it's moving by smaller increments. So I need to zoom again. Hit left arrow.
Start mark 0:51:06.
There we go. Now I'm moving by smaller increments.
Start mark 0:51:21. Start mark 0:51:06.
And I'll zoom again.
Start mark 0:51:03. Start mark 0:51:29. Start mark 0:51:03.
There we go.
Start mark 0:51:02. Start mark
And
0:51:00.
now I've zoomed in again, and I can just move right by frame.
Start mark 0:51:00.
And that's exactly where I want to be. So that's my...
Could you have done the period and commas there to move by the smallest possible?
No. That's when you stop the video.
Oh, okay.
When you stop the video, you want to stop it at that
Play at 0:51:00.
at that spot. So that's basically to try to get it in a spot that's better for actually cutting out or whatever, if it's in the middle of a frame or something.
In one place, you can edit your button. Get started. Button get started. Button get started. In one, edit, clickable. Button delete. Clickable start trim midnight. Clickable start trim mark 0.51.00.
There we go. So that's my start of the trims. And now I need to zoom out again because otherwise I don't see the other trim markers. There we go.
Clickable enter mark 0.54.15.
And I think now's a good time to play and see where the next, where I need to stop.
Find play, zoom out, preview button, clear all button, split button unavailable.
I guess I can just hit K.
Play at 0.50. Play at 0.50.
Can't really tell
Play at 0. Play at 0.56. Play at 0.56.
too well, but it's
Play at 0.50. Play at 0.50.
intended to be.
Play at.
Nope. Where's my apology?
Preview button unavailable. Undo button. Clickable second mute button. Skip forward 10
I
seconds.
think you're still doing
Skip back 10 seconds button.
No.
Skip back. Play at 0.50.
I can't really tell.
Play at 0.57.04. Play at 0.58.
It's
Play at 0.59.19. Play at 1 hour and 21 seconds. Play at 1 hour and 22 seconds. Play at 1 hour 2 minutes. Play pause button. Play at skip back 10 seconds. Play at 1 hour 3 minutes. Play at 1 hour 4 minutes. Play at 1 hour.
Hey, stop.
Skip forward 10 seconds button. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play at 1 hour 5. Play at 0.55.10. Play button. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play at 0.45.11. Play at 0.35.
practical demonstration of why I use it to cross the road and how it can be helpful. So at the moment I have the voice in using with an Android phone in a chest mount. The camera angles off. I can't really tell too well, but it's not intended to be providing beautiful video. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the voice.
Play at 1 hour 5 minutes. Play at 1 hour. Play at 1 hour 6 minutes 1 second. Play at 1 hour 6
Oh, wait a
minutes.
minute. Where's my apology?
Play at 1 hour 5 minutes. Play at 1 hour 6 minutes.
It's gone. You cut it out. You cut out like 80% of it.
Oh, yeah.
Play at 1 hour 10 minutes. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play at 1 hour. Skip back 10 seconds button. Button play. Button skip back 10 seconds.
Let's see.
Play at 0. Play at 0.50.
Angles off. I can't really
Play at 0.55.
tell.
Play at 0. Play at 0.
All right, so we need to stop there.
Button skip. Button mute. Button skip. Button undo. Button unavailable. Button split. Button clear. Button brief. Button zip. Slider. Button zoom in. Button play ahead. Button zoom in. Button 5. Clickable end of timeline. Clickable play at 0.56.04.
56. All right.
Clickable enter mark 0.54. Clickable start trim mark 0.51.00. Clickable enter mark 0.54.50.
So I need to actually move this one to 56. So we'll zoom in again.
Enter mark 0.54.18. Enter mark 0.54.22. Enter mark 0.55.06. Enter mark 0.55.0. Enter mark 0.55.13. Enter mark 0.55.23. Enter mark 0.55.27. Enter mark 0.56.00. Enter mark 0.56.04.
Okay, that's probably about good. All right, so now let's hit.
Undelete.
It's not actually deleted. Nothing's happened yet because I haven't saved anything.
Clickable. Edit file inside. Clickable. Enter mark 0.56.04.
All right, so now let's zoom out again. Let's hit the preview
Find play.
button,
Zoom in button. Zoom out. Preview button. Clear all button. Split button. Clear all preview button.
and now let's play. But before I
Clear all
play,
preview button. Undo button. Clickable reset workspace. Clickable settings button.
I'm going to go
Mute button.
backwards
Skip forward 10 seconds button.
because it doesn't automatically move
Skip back 10 seconds button.
backwards the play position. So I'm going to play. I'm going to go
Play at
backwards.
0.46.05.
And there's a bug when it says the playhead. It's actually one farther back. So then it actually is.
Play at 0.36.05. Skip back 10. Play at 0. Play at 0.26.
Is essentially what the camera sees into soundscapes. There are different rules for how it does it, but today I'm just going to do this practical demonstration of why I use it to cross the road and how it can be helpful. So at the moment I have the voice in using with an Android phone in a chest mount. The camera too well, but
Uh-oh. So we have a little bit more to cut out. Very good.
Button mute. Button select. Clickable button undo. Button split. Button clear all. Button preview. Button available. Slider 0. Button zoom in. Button 5. Play. Clickable end of time.
So
Clickable
I
midnight.
paused where I want
Clickable
it.
mark midnight. Clickable start trim mark 4. Clickable midnight. Clickable play at end of timeline. Clickable play at 0.58.29.
Okay, so I need to go to 58 apparently.
Midnight. Clickable enter mark midnight. Clickable start trim mark 4 hours 22 minutes and 40.
So, you know,
Clickable enter mark 0.56. Clickable start trim mark 0.51.0. Clickable
this is where you got to sit there
Landmark.
and figure out.
enter mark 0.58.26.
All right, let's zoom in. Maybe we'll go to 30. Let's see. I don't think it probably matters much.
I think this is why we don't do a lot of editing on
Enter mark
our
0.59.00.
YouTube video.
Enter mark 0.58.26. Enter mark 0.58.27. Enter mark 0.58.29.
There we go. So we'll just stop it right at the playhead. There we go. And let's go zoom
Zoom
out.
out. Preview button. Clear all button. Preview button. Clear all button.
Preview.
Preview button unavailable. Undo button. Clickable settings button. Mute button. Skip forward 10 seconds. Skip back 10 seconds button.
Let's go.
Play at 0.4. Skip back 10 seconds. Play at 0.39. Play at 0.39.
helpful. So at the moment I have the voice in using with an Android phone in a chest mount. The camera It's not intended to be providing beautiful video. So, I'm going to go ahead and
All right. So I could probably take out that bit about the good video or something. That probably would help it make a little bit more sense.
So,
Whoa, go back.
not intended to be providing beautiful video.
All right. This is the playhead. 15. 103, 15. I shouldn't be doing this. I've been drinking. Yeah. Oh, no. I need to zoom in. Oh, you come back. And I forgot what. Oh, what? Okay. So now we'll zoom in again. No. Go back. There we
That's
go. So now we're at
hilarious.
the playhead.
That's hilarious because I think we're just around a minute into the video instead of an hour.
Yeah, but it's the frames.
Yeah.
The last one is frames.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. It's just amusing.
All right, let's go back.
I'm going to go ahead and turn on the voice.
No. Let's go back some more. There's another thing to know. If you go back and it doesn't seem like it's going back, it's because it's actually edited some of that time out. So you have to go back to where before you started editing, because the timestamps don't really change. I mean, otherwise it'd get confusing.
And a chest mount, the camera. So, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the voice.
All right, so there we go. Seems like it's
Yeah, that's better.
it's a little better. So I'm not going to go through this whole video. I don't even think that part was necessary to cut out, but let's say I just wanted to save this. Whoa, what was that?
I have no idea.
I don't know what I did. I want the save button now. Oh, there's save. Okay.
Yeah, you found it. Good job.
So now I'm going to press enter on the save button. And let's see what happens. The original version of your video is saved so that you can make what is it? So you can undo your edits, okay? And so I don't want to undo my edits, but if in case I wanted to undo my edits, I can always convert back to original after it's finished processing. So one thing YouTube usually with video does not automatically fix it and it's done in 2 seconds. It has to process and then it gets re-uploaded and all this cool, stuff. So what you got to do is then wait for it to process. Once it processes, it'll automatically, it'll be like the same exact video, only with the edits, and then I forget what I was saying, so I think I'll stop. I want to cancel this save right now. I want to maybe go through adding music. Let's add some music to this video, shall we? I wonder if I have to. I wonder if I have to save the trim first. Probably have to save the trim first. Yeah, I forgot about that part. Oh well, we'll do it with another video. Where's the save button? There. Alright, video is being processed. Add audio. Let's see if it'll let me add audio.
I know you told your friend you're not okay.
Oh no. She sounds like she's crying.
She sounds like she's auto-tuned.
Let's do Play Dead.
Stop, play dead.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead.
Play audio track, play dead.
No, thanks.
Play dead.
Oh,
3, 2, 1, button,
that's
click on 1, 2, button, play audio track,
depressing.
enough.
Let's do this one.
Stop, enough.
Oh, yeah.
Play audio track, enough.
That sounds like something I want to do, walking down with the voice.
Enough. 226, button, enough. Click on YouTube audio, button, enough. D, D, D. Click on YouTube audio library license, button, enough.
Okay, let's add that, I guess. All right, Addy.
226, button, remove. Click on YouTube audio library license. Click on play audio track, immortal, 303, button, enough. Click on winning. 202. Clickable. Clickable main landmark video is being processed. Please, button, get started. In one place, you can edit your edited file and timeline. Clickable. Midnight. Clickable play at 1 hour, 6 minutes and 2 seconds. End of timeline. Start of timeline. Clickable audio track, enough, midnight. Clickable end of audio track segment, enough, 2 hours, 25 minutes and 29 seconds. Clickable end more actions. Clickable end of audio track segment, enough, 2 hours. Clickable end more actions. Button adjust mix level. Enough. Clickable start audio track segment, enough, midnight. Button find playhead. Clickable start audio track segment, enough, midnight. Button find playhead. Button zoom in. Slider 0. Button unavailable, zoom out. Button preview. Button clear all. Button preview. Button split. Button unavailable, redo. Button undo. Clickable button resize workspace. Button undo. Button split. Button clear all. Button preview.
Okay, let's preview.
Clear all button. Split button. Redo button. Undo button. Clickable resize. Clickable settings button. Mute button. Skip forward. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play button. Video editor. YouTube studio. Browser tab toolbar. Tab. Video editor. YouTube studio document. Button play. Get started button. In one place. Button get started. In one place. Button get started.
No,
Clickable more.
no,
Adjust.
I
Find zoom out.
want
Preview button. Clear all.
to
Split
play.
button. Redo
Why
button.
isn't
Undo
it
button. Clickable
playing?
resize. Clickable select. Mute button. Skip forward. Skip back 10 play button. Video editor. YouTube studio Firefox only.
Hello.
Video editor. YouTube studio document. Button play.
Hello, peeps.
End of timeline section. Get started button. End of time. Start. Zoom. Select. Preview. Clear all. Split button. Undo button. Section. Resize. Grouping. Section. Search for filter library. Edit top. Audio library link. Audio library link. Tab control. Free. Audio.
Oh, no,
Grouping.
why it's
Resize
not
workspace button.
playing.
Resize. Button undo. Button undo. Button split. Button preview. Button edit. Sliders. Button zoom in.
Probably because the other one is still
Button play.
processing.
Clickable start audio track. Clickable enough. Button adjust mix level.
Yeah.
Button more actions. Clickable end of audio track segment. 2 hours 25 minutes and 29 seconds. Clickable button more actions. Clickable menu. Clickable menu. Item license info. Menu item remove. Menu item license info. Button more actions. Button adjust mix level. Button more. Clickable end of audio track segment. 2
So
hours
we
20.
can adjust the mix
Clickable audio track
level.
enough midnight. Clickable start timeline. Clickable audio track enough midnight. Clickable start end of timeline. Clickable play at 1 hour 6 minutes and 2 midnight. Blank. Edit and file and timeline.
And you can
In one
choose
place,
where
button
you want this video
In one place.
thing,
Edit
so
clickable midnight.
it's
Clickable play at 1 hour
very
end of
easy
timeline.
to choose.
Start timeline. Clickable audio track enough midnight. Clickable end of audio track segment. 2 hours 25 minutes and 29 seconds. Clickable button more actions. Clickable end of audio track segment. 2 hours 25 minutes and 29 seconds. Main landmark. Main landmark. Clickable audio track enough midnight. Main landmark. Clickable start timeline. End of timeline.
There we
Clickable play at 1
go.
hour midnight.
So I don't think it's going to let me do anything because it's being processing. But
When if you go start of timeline, does that mean it goes at the start of the video?
yeah,
Clickable resize workspace button. Clickable settings. Mute button. Skip forward. Skip back 10 seconds button. Play button. Video editor. YouTube studio Firefox only.
yeah, it's not going to let me do anything. But if it did, it would be the same as editing the last one.
Video. Clickable in. Start. Zoom in button.
So-
Slider 0. Preview button. Clear all button. Split button. Undo button. Clickable resize workspace button. Clickable.
Oh. Beep, 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 beep.
Hello,
Hi.
Video editor. YouTube studio Firefox only. Button save. Button start changes.
Firefox is
Button save.
being crazy.
Button more menu. Button save.
All right,
Clickable save changes. The original version of your video is stored when you say clickable link blank. It might take a few hours. Cancel button. Save button. Button more menu.
very good.
Clickable. Clickable main landmark video is being processed. Please check back there.
Good.
Get started button. Clickable more actions button.
All right, so that's that. We're done with that. Now, what do you guys want? Oh, you want the beach?
Yeah.
Select size. New notification from Google Chrome. 102 window. Audio output device.
All
Headphone. Real
right,
line 2. Virtual.
I'll play the
Headphone.
beach.
Real tech. R. Audio.
Yeah, play the beach.
So I'm gonna pull it up in Google Drive. That's a video that needs editing. I had some messages come in while I was in the middle of that thing. I
Oh,
didn't have the
cool.
speech turned off. Yeah, I know.
Were they my messages saying that I was in a car?
No, no. All right. There we go. So this is me going to the beach, everybody. Hello, everybody. Can you hear it? I'm out on the beach,
Yeah, it's stereo.
being a bum, enjoying some waves. This is Ocean Beach in
Maybe.
San Francisco. That water is very cold. Lots of waves.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Pacific Ocean.
Very nice day. Probably like 70 degrees. A little breezy, sunny. Really nice day. There's an aeroplane
Yeah.
overhead. There are people along the beach. Everybody's enjoying a nice day. I took the bus here, and the bus stops about 2 blocks away, and then I got off and walked downhill to the beach. And of course, from the beach, it's very easy to hear where the water is. So that's how I did it. I marked my starting point using Nearby Explorer, favorite GPS app. And I also marked, like, if I, when I bring stuff and leave stuff where I leave it, and I can usually get pretty close to it and find it again. And then I just walk along. I prefer using the metal glide tips. I do not recommend a rolling tip of any kind in the sand. Use the metal glide tips with a light cane, and it'll sort of just hover over the sand. It works really well for beach navigation. So yeah, this is Ocean Beach. So I'll stop talking. Watch, hear, listen. I don't know what you're seeing. The beach. Stop video. Water is quite cold. My feet are wet because the water is coming up to my feet. Because there's a lot of rip currents, I'm not getting that much closer to the water. But it's still fun being out here. Playing with balls. Oh, that water's cold.
Ha!
All right, everybody.
Glad
Well, that was a
you
good.
didn't drop your phone.
What's that?
Glad you didn't drop your phone.
No, it would have been gone between all the sand and the water. Yeah. But it was, it was a good. I walked along that beach. It's about 3 miles long. I mean, there's a lot more beaches where that came from, but that beach is about 3 miles long. And it's pretty nice. So,
How come it did stereo for you, but when I did my walk, it didn't do stereo?
I don't know. I don't know how you recorded.
Yeah, I mean, not a big deal.
How did you record your?
in FLAC in stereo, and it was stereo on my phone.
Oh,
But
no. Samsungs have an issue where that doesn't work. Is that Amazing MP3 recorder or something?
it was HiQ.
Or HiQ? Yeah. Samsungs have an issue where some of these apps don't actually do stereo. I just recorded using the camera. So it's an actual video, although I didn't show the video. But
Okay. Well, maybe that's how I should do mine later.
yeah, you can do it in
Okay.
video. Samsung's app will record in video. So
Cool.
all right, everybody, I'm about to go have some more beers.
Yeah, have
And
fun.
Maybe something
That sounded-
stronger.
That sounded
Kirt?
like a very fun beach trip.
Yeah, it was very fun. Kirt, glad you were able to come on. Everybody
Yeah.
else, thank you very much. Let's see, do we have any more comments here? New comments.
I think he wanted Sneed to. I think Harshid wanted you to slow down your
Eloquence
speech. Yeah.
owned by Apple. Freedom Scientific has to pay a license to Apple now. Oh, I see a bunch of your comments.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would cut me off.
Harshid, you should slow down the speech so that,
Yeah.
like Sneed.
I think he was saying so that like Sneed could understand what you were.
What? I don't know
I-
what you're saying there.
I'm guessing like you wanted Sneed to be able to like if other sighted people who aren't used to your speech as fast as it was when you were editing.
That wind is hurting my right ear. Why is that, old man? Who's he calling old? You or me? Calling me old?
I think so.
Oh, well, it's hurting your right ear because you've got young ears. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely could hear it there. It was a little jarring. But I mean it was real and
And as for
Very
slowing down the speech, well, I guess it's too late, isn't it?
yeah. So
Maybe I can
My-
go edit that part. I don't know. But
yeah, well. And basically what I was saying was just because Aaron made a comment about what I would say for advice for people switching, and I guess the TLDR of what I wrote was the two platforms really aren't so much different anymore as they used to be, and TalkBack actually has a really good tutorial, which is an advantage of TalkBack over VoiceOver for new users. When you get TalkBack, it'll guide you through things pretty well at the start. And then
Yeah.
also our old Blind Tech guys, the Anatad podcast before I was on, that helped me a lot with figuring out some of the like more complicated intricacies of Android.
yeah, there's that. And then, of course, there's that new blind Android user community. And there's also
Yeah.
an Android accessibility community.
Yeah.
So there's a few, some resources out there. There's a few books from National Braille Press.
Yeah.
Uh,
I really like
so
that TalkBack
anyway,
tutorial. That's good for new people.
the video editing thing, the one thing I will say with video editing is most apps are not accessible for video editing, and a blind person will never be good at video editing simply because a blind person can't see the video they're editing. There is, and I don't care what any NFB person will tell you or what anyone else will tell you about living the life you want. If you want to be a video editor, you're not going to do it. There is no possible way for a blind person to be a video editor. End of story. Full stop. What you can do is do with things like I just showed. There are other apps on Mac OS. You can use the, I think, Band Garage or whatever the hell it's called. Don't even know. Band Garage or Garage Band or what? Or Bandcamp.
Isn't that for music?
Bro, I don't know. There's a video app that you can use on the Mac. All I know is, I don't remember anything right now. So
I think it's iMovie or I don't know what it's called.
that sounds more right. That's probably iMovie. Anyway, you can use iMovie. It's not iMovie because I don't use the thing, but you can use uMovie. You can use what can you use? On Windows, the Photos app used to be accessible. I think in my version of Windows 11, it's broken, so it doesn't work the same way it used to. You can use Reaper to edit out audio of a video. You can also use Audacity to edit out audio of a video if you have a good plugin. If you have a plugin for it to edit MP4. So, and all of these are essentially similar things. You can edit it out where you think something should be because of audio, but what you don't know is what's in that video at that specific time, and when you do edit something, what is in frame at that given moment that you've just edited out. And maybe the closest you get with that is like something like The Voice, where you can actually kind of have an idea of roughly what's on the screen. But I would say forget about it. You will never do video editing as a blind person. But
not with technology the way it is now, anyhow.
I can't see any technology that would make it possible to do video editing that would at least, give you the ability to do video editing in real time that would actually, you would know exactly what was in the video. I mean, short of using Ira.
Yeah, maybe if AI is ever smart enough to figure it out.
I don't know how they could figure it out, but yeah. But anyway, you can get pretty close with, with audio.
Yeah.
Approximations. So, if you care about the actual how the video looks, good luck to you. Probably hire someone who can do it, or whatever. But if you want to edit it out simply because you want the audio to sound good, because that's what we do on this podcast, and you're doing that on YouTube, then it is very possible. There are some bugs I was showing, I think, but it's very possible to do it. And probably if I wasn't drinking, and it would go a lot better than it did. But
I don't know if it would have gone that much better, though. It seems just kind of clunky.
Well, like I said, there's a couple of things that you can do. You probably wouldn't have to keep going back and forward as like I did. Also, if you have your video open in another window, it's a lot easier to figure out your timestamps.
Sure.
So there's that. And you can also type in, and I didn't show this, but you can actually type in the time that you want to jump to. So, for example, if you want to start your split at 7:02, whatever, you can put in the number of seconds, the number in seconds, and jump to that spot pretty easily. There's a spot where you can do that. But anyway, it is possible to do this, but it's not something that a blind person will ever be good at or should ever consider making a career of, being a video editor.
Yeah.
So, and we don't do it here because, first of all, these are live streams, and I want people to see content as we put it up and learn from issues that we had along the way. Because there's a lot of videos out there and people out there, the Live Accessible, or whatever that thing has been rebranded to, the Sam's Life Bike, whatever his channel's called, the Molly Burks of this world. There's a ton of YouTubers out there who do a very good job editing their videos, or more like having other people edit it for them. Well, maybe they might edit their own videos. In the case of Carrie, I know she did that, and I think Sam edits his. So I'm more talking about Molly in that respect.
Yeah.
But anyway, there are plenty of edited videos out there. I don't want to create edited videos. I think it's worth seeing whatever struggles that we run into, because there's some chance that one of you might run into the same thing.
Yeah.
And the other part of it is I have a full-time job and another part-time job, and I just don't, I do this as a hobby, and I don't want to spend a bunch of time editing things. This is why we don't really edit much the podcast, because, even though we should, it takes time, and it takes effort and energy, and I don't want this to turn into a job. I want this to continue to be fun. So if we get somebody that's willing to do that, great. I'm not going to do that unless I get a bunch more time on my hands.
Either,
Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at, but we could easily do it, and I could easily edit videos and make them a little more polished and edit the audio and all that, but I couldn't be bothered, so there we go. Anyway, old man Harshid, go do whatever you're going to do. Thank you, everybody else, for joining us.
Harshid did say it was a good video, so...
What was a good video?
Harshid said the adventure was good. He loves them.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I had fun. What did you have fun with?
Probably
awesome
watching
video.
Us.
Oh, the adventures are awesome. Good. I'm glad it was fun. Good. All right. Well, everybody have a nice, happy Halloween, happy week, happy whatever it is that you celebrate.
Happy Halloween. Take care.
Happy
everybody.
WDC. Happy.
Oh yeah.
Happy time with your family there, Kirt. I'm glad you popped in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go swim.
Okay, have a good time swimming. Don't drown. If you do, give me all your laptops and whatever else.
Yeah, I'm sure you have more than me, but sure, you can have it.
We'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you very much.
Take care, everybody.
I love you all.